I want my daughter to take ownership of her education. I want her to know what needs to get done, to know the deadline that she has to get it done, and to keep herself accountable. So, this binder is exactly this. This binder is her accountability tool. And I think it will be so wonderful for her. It is my gift to her. Yes, it was a lot of work, but it is my gift to her, of a gift of order, a gift of organization, a gift of guidance, because there's everything from character formation, habit formation, real life skills, an overview of what she's going to be studying, and also all the things that need to get done for her to check. So, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Andrea and I am a homeschooling mama of a rising third grader. I am so excited to share with you what I have here today. Things became a little more complicated than I was expecting. Before all of these ideas of creating binders, I used to have one binder, the school year binder, where I would put all the curricula, a breakdown of what we're doing, what our year looks like. And then I decided to have my own binder, like a teacher binder last year. And so my daughter asked for her own binder this year. I was really hoping that by today I would have all of the binders in order, until I realized that not only do I have to put my teacher binder together, my student binder together, but also the end of year binder, which is a binder that I keep for record keep and keepsake too, because I live in a state, I live in Hawaii, and here they want to know what you're doing, what your kids are doing, and there's a little bit of regulations around homeschooling. So I like to just keep a record of all the things that we have done. That said, I have for you today my student binder. This is my daughter's binder for year three, third grade. This is mostly for her to be independent with the work that she gets done. So without any delays, I am going to flip the camera around and show you what's inside of this beauty. Before I share what's inside of the student binder, I wanted to say a big thank you to all the very creative moms who have put their heart and soul into creating these amazing, beautiful designs and sharing with other moms over on the Ambleside online group. I did not create all of these. I have edited them. I have changed them to fit what I need for my homeschool, but I just wanted to say that this is amazing. It's Ambleside Online has a wonderful community over on Facebook. It's worth keeping Facebook just for the Ambleside Online community. So I wanted to show you how I divide here the binder. The binder is separated by terms, term 1, term 2, term 3, recitation, hymns, and folks. I did not add every single thing that we'll be using for the school year because, one, I don't want her binder to be massive, and this is already really big, and I will probably remove the terms that we're not using at a time just to make it more manageable and less overwhelming. But also, this is for her to be independent. So, for example, some riches and some science and some other things that require my assistance, I would just keep those on my binder. So here's what we have. I have a cover, term 1. The reason why I chose to do a monthly cover here, it's because there is math memory work. This comes from Classical Conversations. I did not come up with this. The mom who created this design came up with this. I changed a lot of what she had created here, but I kept this and I kept the habit and character. Now, what I changed was the real life skill that I want my daughter to really get really good at real life skills, and we're going to be very intentional about this. So let's talk about this whole page. So this is term 1. The month is July, also the month 7, in case she hasn't memorized yet, but she already knows how the numbers go with each month just from writing the dates on her work over the past year. So we start the day with a morning basket, and I'm not going to go over any of these things here. This is just an overview. I have a whole video talking about our morning basket and how we go about it. Then we have artist, composer, folk song, hymns, and this is all the riches from Ambleside Online. Each term there is a new artist. This first term there are two artists, which is unusual. There is a composer study, which we just basically just listen to songs, read a little bit about the composer. Maybe there are some videos on YouTube to follow. This mom created a wonderful playlist. I definitely kept it here. This playlist is for the entire month of July, and it covers everything. So I'll definitely be using this. The nature study for the first term is invertebrates. And the real life skill that we have for term one is master maintaining my bedroom and clothes. So she has her daily responsibilities, these things she has to do every single day. And her weekly chores are really what she will be working on towards this real life skill. So on Monday, she will be dusting her bedroom. On Tuesday, she will vacuum. On Wednesday, she'll mop. On Thursday, she'll organize her closet, her books, and her toys. And on Friday, she'll strip and wash her bedding. So this she will be doing all term long. Every day, just one little task that she'll work towards maintaining her room very clean all the time. Now we get to the actual accountability partner here. For my daughter, this is what is going to set her up for success. It is the work in front of her that she needs to do. She has an entire week to complete all of this, and it's, of course, I will be guiding her and helping her. This is separated in 4 different parts: daily tasks, weekly tasks, all the Ambleside Online readings, and her physical activity / social activity. So for the morning basket, like I said, I have a whole video talking about it. And the reason why I chose to keep only 4 days here, it's because that's the bare minimum. 4 days a week, she needs to do her math. Handwriting, I wrote copy work here. It was a mistake because spelling would be the copy work that we do with the modern speller. Spelling and copy work. Here, this is handwriting. Language arts, 4 days a week. Free reads, 4 days a week. Reading happens every day, including the weekends. And her chores and the riches are the 4 that I shared with you here. The weekly tasks are also recommended by Ambleside Online. And also there's a twist of the things that we do ourselves. So we'll have a drawing class with my husband. I wrote Gaibinho because that's what we call him. It's an endearing way of calling him in Portuguese. Geography will follow the Ambleside Online. Now we're gonna do a nature study and an art with it. My daughter really wants to get better at drawing and art. So we'll make sure that we get 2 opportunities to do arts per week. Then she has her philosophy class, something that we do without school, and we've been doing this for over a year now. Timeline notebook. Again, no classical conversation, so we're going to start working on a timeline notebook. I did buy one from School Nest. We'll do handicraft, also something we didn't do because classical conversations usually cover that, and I'm not really handy, so I will make an effort to. It's on the schedule, so it's gonna have to happen. Music class and map work, we're going to do that every week. Now, every time you choose to use a document that another person has created, you have to double check your work. I did a quick look and it seemed fine, although some of the books that she had here, I'm not using, like Trial and Triumph and Pilgrim's Progress. We already read Pilgrim's Progress last year, and this year we're going to be doing the Christiana, which is the second Pilgrim's Progress. But I have it in audiobook and we listen in the car, so I don't really count as schoolwork just because we're just listening in the car. It's not schoolwork. Our schoolwork we like to do sitting down. Free reads, sure, we can do an audiobook, but if we're listening, we're following along with the book. That's just my style. So some chapters were missing, or some books were different than what I have decided to go with. So just need to pay attention to that. My daughter will continue taking ballet classes twice a week and swim team practices twice a week. And because she's a single child, I have to put on the calendar a play date a week, but she sees her friends more than once a week. Now, I am not going to go over every single page of this planner, or else I would spend the entire day here, and nobody wants that. But I wanted to show you that I have added a history book here, and the book is The Story of Civilization, The Making of the Modern World by Philip Campbell. He talks about the Protestant Reformation here in a very sound way. Based on all my research of history, this is more aligned with what actually happened. Chapter 3 of this book talks about Martin Luther, and at Trial and Triumph, it's scheduled to talk about Martin Luther right here. So I added chapter 3 on week 2. So we're going to listen and read. I have the audiobook I got for myself, so I would make sure that that was a book I would like to use for year 3, and it is. So I bought the paper copy too. So we will make sure that we listen, read, follow along reading on the first week or before, even during the summer, for the first 2 chapters. So when we get here, she knows where it's coming from. So that's the only change that I really have made. I have removed Trial and Triumph, added The Story of Civilization, Volume 3, and removed Pilgrim's Progress. So whichever book Pilgrim's Progress or Trial and Triumph shows on the schedule here, I swapped for this history book. Another interesting thing is that Marco Polo only has about, I think it's 18 chapters. And this mama here, maybe she's following a different book, she's reading a different book, but it's not chapters, it is literally pages to be able to break down the book in an entire year. It's about 5 to 6 pages per week. So I have marked the book with little sticky notes separating by each reading. So every time my daughter reads one, she just removes that and throws it away. And then we know that the next mark is where she needs to read the following week. As you can see, still term 1, there's different memory work, there's different habit character. This stays the same for the entire term. And then we have the weeks, and she gets to work on them, mark them independently. Then we go to September, still term 1, different math memory work, different habit and character, and same real life skills, responsibilities, and chores. And then we just keep moving all the way to the end of term 1, which then we have the exam questions from Ambleside Online. So I just have it here because when she's done with this, the very next week is the end of term exam questions. So I have this here, and I have the answer key on my binder. Then term 2, I just noticed as I was flipping through that I didn't change. Nature study is not invertebrates again. That was term 1. It is rocks, minerals, and soil. So I have to reprint this page. But then we have different real life skills. She's going to work on mastering deep cleaning her bathroom. So the weekly chores will be, this is all the same, always all the same daily responsibilities for this year. I won't expect much more than this from her. It's a lot that she will be working on with homeschool. So on Monday, she will be cleaning her toilet bowl and take away the trash. On Tuesday, she'll clean the bathroom sink and mirrors. On Wednesday, she will clean the floor and baseboards, plus change the mat. On Thursday, she will clean the shower and change her towel. And on Friday, she'll strip and wash her bedding. This is just a good habit to have every Friday, to wash her bed. And everything else is the same. It's the same every week, not the same, it's all different, but you get it. It's all scheduled as it should be. Same skills. Then we keep moving. December term 2, and still working. Every month is a different habit character, and different math memory work. Everything else remains the same. Every month, the folk song and the hymn changes. Should make that clear. So we're done here. January is the last month of term 2, and at the end of the term, we have the exam questions. And here for term 3, I really only need to show you the real life skill because you get the pattern of how Ambleside Online is organized. So the last life skill for the year is master taking care of my laundry. Now she has been practicing washing her bed, stripping her bed, and washing her bed every Friday. Now she's going to really get into doing the laundry. I'll have her on Monday separate the laundry by colors and do 1 load. On Tuesday, she'll start another load and fold her laundry and put it away. On Wednesday, she'll start another load, fold and put away. And on Thursday, she'll organize her closet, her books, and her toys and strip away and wash the bed. So she's going to do laundry 4 times a week on term 3. And the reason why she's going to be doing all this laundry, it's not that she has that much laundry, it's because we wash her laundry by colors, white, colors, and darks, and she doesn't have enough laundry for all that. So she will have to just wash all of her laundry, and I'll be helping her because it's our laundry. In the beginning, I'll help her. At the end, she'll be expected to just run it. It's just her contribution. I've been doing her laundry for many, many years, and it's okay if she does 3 loads of laundry for the family. She's not expected to fold and put it away for everyone, just her own, but I thought that was a good skill to have, and also to learn to contribute a little bit with the family. And this is it, you guys. That's all we have for this aspect of the binder. Now, once she's done, of course, and I'll just do a flip through here so you can see the whole thing. Some of these chapters may not align perfectly, but it's okay because I'll have my own teacher binder, and I will be keeping track of those chapters and what gets done. She just needs to check the book and that it got done for that week. So this is okay. It's a minor thing if I've made a mistake, and I know I have in a couple of these pages, but I don't want to reprint it. So, and then for May, she will be done basically on April. She should be done, if everything goes according to plan, she'll be done with week 36 in April. Then in May, all there is left is any catch up that we haven't finished for whatever reason, and the exam questions. So I'm assuming we're going to still be doing work in May, but according to my yearly plan, we need to be done by mid-May because May 17th is my anniversary, and I would like to be done with school by then. Hence why we start the school year in July and not in August or September like many mamas do. And here's a beautiful quote by Charlotte Mason. The question is not how much does the youth know when he has finished his education, but how much does he care, and about how many orders of things does he care. In fact, how large is the room in which he finds his feet set, and therefore how full is the life he has before him. It's so beautiful. I love Charlotte Mason. So here in the end, those she needs to do every day. Recitation, she's expecting to do recitation every day. So she will be doing this. Is something that we'll do with our morning basket just to get it done. And I just used this document from another beautiful mom who shared with us. And I only changed 1 page because, as you guys know, I am Catholic. So on term 2 here, the scripture, it has the 10 commandments, and I just adjusted it to reflect the Catholic 10 commandments, which is pretty much the same, just a little different in words on these first 2 commandments here. I was able to just add in here and create the same one without changing the design. So last year we only did poetry memorization work, and this year I will expect her to do the scripture as well. As you know, the scripture has become very important to me as I moved along with Ambleside Online and my own spiritual journey. Then we have the hymns, which is also every month. I left the hymns here for her. We'll just follow the playlist to listen and follow the lyrics. I added a Catholic hymn here because I want my daughter to know some Catholic hymns since we go to Mass. And I also left the Ambleside Online hymns because I love them. I think they're great. So I just kept them here and I just added the month. I didn't separate. I didn't create anything special about this. I just have all of the hymns, and I'll probably just do a little marker here, put a book marker on top so she knows where exactly she is. And for folk songs, I did the same thing. Another mom created this, and the same mom who did the monthly page, she added this beautiful folk song page, which has a little explanation of what the folk song is about. She did that for every single one of them. And I am so grateful, so grateful. And this is what we have. She also did the hymns and the Ambleside Online hymns. I'll give her credit for that. Give credit where credit is due. She created these beautiful ones too that can be played on the piano. Since this binder is a little thick, honestly, maybe this is too much for her to have to deal with every day. So maybe I will just remove the two terms and just leave the current term that she'll be working on. So let me do this right now and show you what she will be getting. Ta-da! This is what she has now. This is little, this is light, this is doable. And like I said before, if you're using a template, if you're using something that was created by another mom, just make sure to double check on the Ambleside Online schedule to make sure that all the books you want to do are in the planner, in the little documents that you are copying from. We cannot just trust blindly the work of someone else, not even of the artificial intelligence, when it comes to our kids' education, because we may be making mistakes without realizing. So it's important to just pay attention to that. I would be happy to share with you this document that I have created for my daughter. Just remember, I am Catholic, following Ambleside Online, and I have added a history book that is a little bit different than what is being taught in history when it comes to the Reformation. I think that so far, that's the only, I wouldn't say issue, but reservation or point of attention that I have while following Ambleside Online. Of course, religion, like church history, definitely not using anything from Ambleside Online. I've shared before what I will be doing instead of Trial and Triumph on another video. This is all going to be morning basket. It's going to be apart from the actual schoolwork because it's fun. It's nice to separate so it doesn't feel like there's so much work that needs to get done at school. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. I hope this video was informative, inspiring, helpful in any way. And as always, please remember to like this video. It really helps to support my channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you. I was just editing the video and realized that I didn't close the video. So see you next time. Ciao, ciao.